up to each of us to try and make things a little bit more noble in this country, and I know each of you are doing that by being here tonight. So thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to bid.
We're here at the Westbury Manor for the Holocaust fundraiser event, and we're actually introducing our buffalo egg rolls, the new item.
Tonight, I am very, very deeply honored. We had an opportunity to hear from Congressman Tom Suozzi. We have with us tonight two very, very important people who lead us in the fight against hate crimes and intolerance. And I'd first like to introduce the District Attorney of Nassau County, the Honorable Madeline Singers.
Good evening, everyone. It really is my honor to be here tonight and to share this evening with you. It's such important work that gets done every single day at the center, but also the difference that all of you make. Sometimes our biggest movements start with our youngest people. So anything that we did in this country that was of note, whether it was a women's movement or a civil rights movement, began with our young people. So the fact that we're recognizing young people today for having the courage to stand up to discrimination, for being vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna set myself aside and say, I'm not gonna tolerate this. I will do something. And doing that when you're in high school or in middle school is so tremendous an achievement. It really speaks so much to your character. So of course we're here to celebrate all of you, but also to recognize that we have a lot of work to do in this country.
From Suffolk County, Tim Singh. It's a real pleasure and honor to be here. I want to thank the center for inviting me. I want to congratulate the students who are being honored today and essentially just echo Steve and Madeline's comments. As the saying goes, bad things happen when good people do nothing. And that's what today's all about, honoring those students who stepped up and did the right thing under difficult circumstances. It's hard enough as an adult to stand up to difficult situations. It's even more difficult when you're a high school student. We know that from experience. And Madeline and I stand together in our fight against hate crime, hate incidents. And I want to echo Madeline's comments about prevention. A big part of our role is to educate. With that, I'd now like to call up Director of Youth Education, Helen Turner, and Irene Klein.
Thank you for joining us here tonight to celebrate the work of the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center of Nassau County, the Claire Freelander Family Foundation, and our amazing 2019 Claire Freelander Upstanders, right here in the first row. Helen Turner, HMTC's Director of Youth Education, will now present the awards.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Irene. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. As Director of Youth Education, reading the Claire Freelander applications is truly one of the greatest parts of my job. I'm delighted to introduce you to these amazing young people who have inspired myself and I know our nominating committee. So our first award is going to go to Daniel O'Neill. Daniel's essay, Finding My True North, describes how Daniel, at great personal risk to his reputation, stood up to anti-Semitic remarks made by a fellow student at his school. Daniel is a wonderful example of putting aside concerns for ourselves in defense of others. Daniel, please join me.
Hello, my name is Daniel O'Neill, and I am extremely honored and proud to be accepted this award tonight. I was built on the belief system that you should always treat people the way you would want to be treated. Each experience that I've had has changed me into the person I am becoming. I'm no hero, I'm no special case. I'm just a kid who wanted to change in the world and who wasn't going to sit on the sidelines any longer while an innocent kid was being bullied for his religion. All you need to make a difference in the world is a strong will, determination, and a striving want for change. There's no gift I can give to show my gratitude for this award and all the people that have earned it alongside me. All I can do and say is thank you. And I know that sometimes a thank you is worth more than anything.
In life, we sometimes encounter people who make us sit up and pay attention. Rachel is one such person. Rachel was a new student in her high school when she was the victim of anti-Semitic insults. Rachel booked an HMTC program for her school discussing symbols of hate and hate speech, and then had the courage to introduce the assembly in front of all of her peers, some of whom had said the hateful words to her. She's a brave and courageous game changer who is the embodiment of an upstander. From the moment I met her, I knew that she would certainly be someone special, and I'm delighted to give this award to you.
Being an upstander is one of the hardest things you can ask a child to do. It means standing up for your peers and standing out from the crowd. But because so few people are willing to be an upstander, it becomes all the more important. I'm so appreciative of this award and the opportunities it will provide me to further my education, and I thank the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center of Nassau County and the Friedlander Foundation for making this possible. Thank you.
Chase wrote to us about a time she was invited to play with popular girls at school, but these girls wouldn't let Chase's friend play with them. In defense of her friend, Chase refused to play with the popular girls without her friend. She stood up in the moment and probably made a huge difference in this young person's life. Little acts of kindness like this add up to change the world. Chase, please come and accept your award.
Thank you to the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center, the Claire Friedlander Family Foundation, and the Nassau and Suffolk County Police Departments for this award. It is a great honor to be here tonight. This award is really special because even though I always try to do the right thing, it's sometimes awkward and even painful to stand up and stand out. This award will always remind me of how important it is to be an upstander and not a bystander. There are not only consequences for treating people poorly, but there are rewards for treating people the right way. Rewards don't have to be big like a ceremony or scholarship or a trophy. They can be simple, like making a new friend, receiving a compliment, or even just hearing the words thank you. So once again, thank you.